Hello and welcome to Replacement Player Baseball. Today, we're going to see the Cubs play at New York for Game 2 out of 3. The Cubs come in having won 5 of their last 6 ball games. They are facing the Mets here today at Citi Field in New York. And we're about to see our pitching matchups for today. The Cubs are going to send Mike Clevinger out to the mound. He is coming out for start number 22. He is 10-3 with a 2.87 ERA and a 1.05 whip. He is going to face Yefry Ramirez, who is making appearance number 11 for the Mets. He is 2-5 with a 5.59 ERA and a 1.28 whip. The Cubs lineup is going to include Cabrera, Bruce, Bryant, Santana, Bradley, Ramos, Hayward, Horner, and then the pitcher Clevinger. The Mets lineup will be Rosario, Nimmo, Conforto, Alonso, Smith, Davis, Guillerme, Rivera, and Yefry Ramirez pitching and batting ninth. So it is 73 degrees in New York. The wind is blowing in from center at 12 mph. And let's get this game underway. Ramirez is heading out to the mound to make his warm-up pitches. He is facing Asdrubal Cabrera, the Cubs' leadoff batter, here in the top of the first inning. The Mets are coming in at 66 and 68, while the Cubs have improved to 65 and 69. The Cubs in third place in the Central, and the Mets in third place in the East. So, Yefry Ramirez is on the mound. He is looking for the sign. Cabrera waiting for the pitch. And that's lined into left field. That's against the shift, and it's going to drop in for a leadoff single for Asdrubal Cabrera. The left fielder had to run a long way. He was playing in left center field, and he played it on a hop as Cabrera gets the single to lead off the game. Jay Bruce now the batter. Nobody out. One man on. Bruce lines that one also to the opposite field. This time the left fielder has plenty of time to get under it, and he makes the catch for out number 2. Kris Bryant now the batter. He hit the home run that was the difference in yesterday's game. He comes out with 1 out, 1 man on in the top of the first inning. Here's a 1-2 count to Bryant, and the pitch is high. The throw goes behind the runner down to first. However, Cabrera slides back in time. So, 2-2 count now to Kris Bryant, and Ramirez with the pitch. Here it comes. Popped up straightaway center field. Coming in is Nimmo. He has a line on it, and he makes the catch for out number 2. Santana now the batter with 2 outs and 1 man on. Here's a full count pitch to Danny Santana, and he swings and misses at the fastball for strike 3. So, the Cubs strand a runner. They do not score. We're going to the bottom of the first of a scoreless ball game. Clevinger will be working against Rosario here in the bottom of the first inning. Full count, Clevinger with the pitch. And that is low and away. It is ball 4. So a leadoff walk issued by Clevinger puts Rosario on first and brings up the center fielder, Nimmo. Nobody out, 1 man on, 2-2 count. And the pickoff throw goes over to first, and Santana loses it. So the pickoff throw goes all the way to the dugout. The runner, Rosario, advances to second. And now the error is charged, and the Mets have a runner on second with nobody out, and Nimmo's still batting. Here's a full count pitch to Nimmo. That is inside. It is ball 4. So Clevinger walks the first 2 batters that he faces, sandwich that in between with a errant pickoff throw, and now the Mets have Conforto up with nobody out and 2 men on. Here's a 1-ball count to Conforto, and that's lined into center field. Coming in fast is Bradley. He's not going to get there. Plays it on the hop. Coming around third to score is Ramirez. So that will be a run-scoring single for Conforto. The Mets now lead 1-0. Pete Alonso is the next batter with nobody out, runners on first and second. Here's a 3-0 pitch, and he draws the walk as he checks his swing, and the umpire gives him the benefit of the doubt. So the bases are loaded, and Clevinger has walked 3 in this inning. 1 run is already in, Dominic Smith is now the batter. With nobody out, the base is full of Mets. Clevenger really struggling here in the bottom of the first inning. Here's a 3-1 count. Clevenger with the pitch. Lined into center field. That's going to be played on the hop. 1 run is in. Oh, only 1 run is going to score. So Jay Bruce came in and picked that up in pretty short left center field. Dominic Smith gets the RBI single. The Mets are now up 2-0. J.D. Davis is the next batter. With nobody out, bases still loaded. And a 2-2 pitch to J.D. Davis. Grounder to third. Bryant has it. Throws to second. The relay to first. And that is going to be a 5-4-3 double play. I don't know why he didn't come home with that throw, but apparently he decided the play was to go to second. So the run scores. The Mets are now up 3-0. There's a runner on third with 2 outs. And the Mets second baseman is the next batter. 2-0 count from Clevenger. And that's going to be lined right at Bryant for out number 3. So the Mets score 3 times. We go to the top of the second inning of a 3-0 ball game. Jackie Bradley is going to lead off for the Cubs against Ramirez. Here's a 2-2 count and the pitch to Jackie Bradley. That's a swing and a miss for strike 3. That was a low fastball. And Bradley could not keep up with it. Ramos now the batter. 1 out, nobody on. 2-2 count to Wilson Ramos. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. He zipped that one up there at 93. And Ramos was behind it. That's the 3rd strikeout of the day for Ramirez. It brings up Jason Hayward. 2 outs, nobody on. Hayward waiting for the pitch. Lined into left center field. That's going to drop in for a base hit. So Hayward has the Cubs' second hit of the ball game, a 2-out single. And it will bring up Nico Hoerner. 2 outs, runner on first. Hoerner waiting for the first pitch, and he grounds that one to second. The throw goes over to first, and that will end the inning. The Cubs strand a runner. We're going to the bottom of the second of a 3-0 ball game. So Rene Rivera, the Mets catcher, is going to lead off against Clevenger in the bottom of the second. The Mets sent 7 batters up in the bottom of the first inning. 3 of them scored. Here's a full count and the pitch. Grounder toward third. Bryant picks it up, throws over to first. That is out number 1. Ramirez now the batter. Facing Clevenger with 1 out, nobody on. Here's a 2-2 count and the pitch from Clevenger. That is outside, but Ramirez swings and misses for strike 3. He chased one way outside the zone. And now Ahmed Rosario is the batter. He drew a walk his first time up, as did several other batters. Coming up with 2 outs and nobody on. 1 ball count from Clevenger. And a grounder toward third. Bryant has it. Throws over to first. That is out number 3. Mets retired in order. They do not score. We're going to the top of the third of a 3-0 New York lead. Clevenger facing Ramirez in the top of the 3rd inning. Here's a full count pitch to Clevenger, and that is inside for ball 4. So Clevenger draws the walk. And now Asdrubal Cabrera is going to be the batter. Nobody out. 1 man on. 1 ball count to Asdrubal Cabrera, and that's popped up to right. Coming in, however, the second baseman, Guillermo, actually goes out and makes the catch in short right field for out number 1. So Jay Bruce is the next batter. 1 out, 1 man on. 2-1 count to Jay Bruce, and that's popped up in foul territory. The catcher goes over, makes the catch for out number 2. Chris Bryant now the batter. 2 outs, 1 man on. Bryant trying to keep this hitting streak alive. He comes up with a 1 strike count, and he lines that one into left center field. That's going to drop in for a base hit. So a 2-out single for Chris Bryant. He's now hitting 13 straight games, and he puts runners on first and second with 2 outs, and Danny Santana is the batter. Here's a 2-2 pitch to Danny Santana, and that gets away. It's a wild pitch. So that is going to allow the runners to advance to second and third. And now Santana facing Ramirez with a full count. First base open. Let's see what the Mets do here. That is outside for ball 4. I think that was kind of an unintentional, intentional walk. So Santana draws the walk, heads down to first, and now Jackie Bradley is going to bat with the bases loaded. 2 outs, Cubs down by 3 in the top of the 3rd inning. Here's the first pitch to Jackie Bradley, and he pops it up to short right field. Gonna be playable. Coming in and making the catch is Conforto for out number 3. So the Cubs leave the bases loaded. They do not score. We're going to the bottom of the third of a 3-0 ball game. Clevenger facing Nimmo here in the bottom of the third. Full count. Clevenger with the pitch. Popped up right center field. Bradley and Hayward converge. Bradley calls for it, and he makes the catch for out number 1. Conforto now the batter with 1 out, nobody on. 3-0 pitch from Clevenger. And here it comes. That is low for ball 4, so Conforto draws the walk. And it brings up Pete Alonso. Clevenger has really struggled with control issues. He has issued 4 walks so far in this game. So 1 out, Alonso batting, runner on first. Here's a 2-2 pitch. And that's a swing and a miss for strike 3. The fastball high at 98. And Alonso cannot keep up. Clevenger now facing Dominic Smith with 2 outs and a runner on first. Here's a 3-0 count, and Clevenger misses inside. That is ball 4. Clevenger issues his 5th walk of this game, and it's going to bring up J.D. Davis with 2 outs, 2 men on. Clevenger needs to get out of this inning. Here's a 1-strike count and the pitch. Grounder towards short. Picked up. Throws over to second. And that will retire the side. So the Mets leave 2. They do not score. We're going to the top of the 4th of a 3-0 ball game. Wilson Ramos facing Yefry Ramirez to lead off the Cubs half of the 4th inning. Ramos with a 1-2 count, waiting for the pitch. He swings and misses for strike 3. That was a fastball at 95, and he chased it. So Hayward now the batter. 1 out, nobody on. Hayward facing Ramirez with a 1-2 count. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3, and Hayward is set down with a curve. Brings up Nico Hoerner. That is strikeout number 5 on the day for Ramirez. Hoerner coming up with 2 outs, nobody on. Here's a full count pitch to Nico Hoerner. And that's lined into the gap in right center field. That's going to be extra bases going all the way to the wall. Rounding first, heading for second. Not stopping at second. Hoerner is heading for third. He is going to slide, and he is safe with a 2-out triple. So Hoerner with a good base hit here in the top of the 4th inning. And now Clevenger is the batter. And we see that the Cubs manager, Kerry Wood, is going to make a change here. He is going to send a pinch hitter for Clevenger. So Ian Happ is going to be the pinch hitter for the pitcher's spot here in the top of the 4th inning. And that will be the end of the day for Mike Clevenger. He is going to be replaced by a relief pitcher here in the bottom of the 4th inning. So Happ comes up with Hoerner on third and 2 outs in the top of the 4th inning. The switch-hitting Happ is going to step in from the left side against the righty Ramirez. Here's a 1-ball count, and Happ waiting for the pitch. And he lines that one into left field. I believe that's going to get down for a base hit. The run scores. Happ has an RBI single in the top of the 4th inning. It is now 3-1 New York. And that brings up Asdrubal Cabrera. 2 outs, 1 man on. Cabrera coming up with Happ on first, and a full count waiting for the pitch. That's a swing and a miss for strike 3. So Cabrera strikes out swinging. Ramirez gets his 6th strikeout of the game. However, the Cubs do score, and we go to the bottom of the 4th of a 3-1 ball game. So the new pitcher is going to be the Cubs' John Lester. He's going to come out to pitch the bottom of the 4th inning. He's going to face the 7, 8, and 9 batters in the Mets lineup. So Lester working, 1-1 count, working to the Mets' second baseman. And here's the pitch from Lester. Popped up, foul territory, left side. Bryant chasing. He is going to make the catch in front of the stands for out number 1. Lester now facing Rivera with 1 out, nobody on. Here's a 1-ball count and the pitch. Lined into center field, Bradley on the run, and he makes the running catch for out number 2. Lester now facing Ramirez. 2 outs, nobody on. The pitcher, Ramirez, 0 for 1 today with a 1-ball count. Here's the pitch. Grounder towards second. Cabrera has it. Throws over to first, and that will retire the side. So Lester works a perfect 4th inning. We go to the top of the 5th of a 3-1 ball game. And Ramirez is going to face Jay Bruce with nobody out in the top of the 5th inning. Here's a 1-ball count and the pitch from Ramirez. And that's popped up to right center field. Conforto and Nimmo are going to converge, and the catch will be made by the right fielder Conforto for out number 1. Chris Bryant is the next batter. 1 out, nobody on. Here's a 2-2 pitch to Chris Bryant. And that is strike 3 called, and Bryant is called out at the knees. So the curve records strikeout number 7 on the day for Ramirez, and it brings up Danny Santana. 2 outs, nobody on. First pitch to Danny Santana. Here it comes. Grounder towards second, picked up, throws over to first, and that is out number 3. So the Cubs are tired in order in the 5th. We're going to the bottom of the 5th inning of a 3-1 ball game. Rosario now the batter. Facing Lester in the bottom of the 5th inning with the Mets up 3-1. Here's a 1-2 pitch from Lester. Grounder toward third. Bryant picks it up, throws over to first, and that is out number 1. Nimmo now the batter. 1 out, nobody on. 2-2 count, and the pitch from Lester. Grounder towards second. Cabrera has this one, throws over to first, and that is out number 2. So a couple of ground outs get us to Conforto with 2 outs and nobody on base. Here's a full count pitch to Conforto. And that is strike 3 called, so the inning is over. Lester works 2 perfect frames in relief. We're going to the top of the 6th of a 3-1 ball game. Jackie Bradley is going to face Ramirez in the top of the 6th inning, leading off for the Cubs. Here's a full count, and Bradley is waiting for the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3, and Bradley is set down. That is strikeout number 8 for Jeffrey Ramirez. And it brings up Wilson Ramos. 1 out, nobody on. 2-1 count to Ramos. And he pops that one up to left field. Coming in is the left fielder. In shallow lefts, Dominic Smith makes the run. The running catch for out number 2. Jason Hayward is now the batter. 2 outs, nobody on. Hayward facing Ramirez with a 1-1 count. And here's the pitch. Hit hard, deep left center field. I believe he's got all that one. And the jump by Conforto, and he is not coming up high enough. So home run number 10 on the season, 396 feet out to right field. And now this is a 3-2 ball game. So Jason Hayward coming through for the Cubs brings up Nico Hoerner. 2 outs, nobody on. Full count pitch to Nico Hoerner. Here it comes. That is outside. It is ball 4. So Nico Hoerner heads down to first with a walk. And now Tyler O'Neill is going to pinch hit for John Lester with 2 outs and a runner on first in the top of the 6th inning. 1 run is already in. O'Neill facing Ramirez. Here's the full count and the pitch to Tyler O'Neill. Line down the right field line. The shift was on. The right fielder was way out of position. So rounding third and heading home is going to score the tying run, Nico Hoerner. Tyler O'Neill has an RBI triple, and he absolutely beat the shift on that hit. The game is now tied at 3. The Cubs have scored twice in this inning. And now as Drupal Cabrera is the batter, he's going to face a new Met pitcher, Brad Brach. Brach has thrown 49 2/3 on the season. He has allowed 30 walks, 41 strikeouts, and a 3.08 ERA. So Cabrera facing Brach with a runner on third, 2 outs, and a tie ball game in the top of the 6th inning. Cabrera waiting for the 0-2 pitch from Brach. And here it comes. And he swings and misses for strike 3. So the Cubs score twice. We're going to the bottom of the 6th inning of a 3-3 ball game. Pete Alonso is going to face the new Cub pitcher, Raisel Iglesias, here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Iglesias has thrown 55 1/3 innings on the season, 19 walks, 72 strikeouts, and a 2.28 ERA. He is going to try to hold the Mets right here at 3 and allow the Cubs to continue to build on this recent success at the plate. Here's a 2-2 count, and Iglesias with the pitch. That is lined into center field. That is a base hit, and so that is a leadoff single for Pete Alonso. Dominic Smith now the batter. Nobody out. Runner on first. Here's the first pitch. And that gets away. It's a wild pitch going all the way to the backstop. So the runner is going to advance to second. And now Smith batting with the go-ahead run in scoring position and nobody out. Here's a 2-1 pitch from Iglesias, and that's lined over the first baseman's head into right field. Hayward has it. He throws back into the cutoff man. They do not test Hayward's arm as Alonso stops at third. But Iglesias is in a bit of a jam now. There are runners on the corners with nobody out, and J.D. Davis is the next batter. Mets looking to break this 3-3 tie. There's a pop-up. That's going to be plenty deep to right center field. Hayward making the catch, and he throws home. The runner comes home, the throw comes home, and the runner is safe. So Hayward's throw is just a hair late. That'll be a sacrifice fly for J.D. Davis, and the Mets have taken the 4-3 lead. So with one out and a runner on first, now Julierma is the batter. Mets up by 1, and here's the pitch from Iglesias. That's a liner down the left field line. That's going to be a base hit. So the throw goes down to third. The runners do not continue to advance. It's now first and second with one out. And Iglesias really struggling here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Rivera is the next batter. One out, 2-2 count. And that's another wild pitch. As Iglesias throws that one away, it goes back to the backstop once again. Advancing to second and third are the runners, and now the Cubs bring the infield in. Rene Rivera is batting against Iglesias with a full count. One out. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. So Iglesias gets him with the fastball at 95, and it brings up Robinson Cano. He's going to pinch hit for the pitcher's spot. With 2 outs, 2 men on. Mets up 4-3 in the bottom of the 6th inning. Here's a 3-1 count, and the pitch to Cano. Lined into center field. Bradley, I believe he's going to make that catch, and he pulls it in for out number 3. The Mets score once, they leave 2. We're going to the top of the 7th of a 4-3 ball game. Jay Bruce is going to lead off against the new Met reliever Dan Zamora here in the top of the 7th inning. Zamora's thrown 45 innings, allowed 19 walks, 45 strikeouts, and a 3.60 ERA. Bruce waiting for the 2-0 count and the pitch from Zamora. And here it comes. Line down the left field line, I believe that's going to be a base hit. Bruce goes the other way to get a leadoff single here in the top of the 7th inning. And that will bring up Chris Bryant with nobody out and a runner on first. Zamora facing Bryant with a full count. Bryant waiting for the pitch. And that's grounded toward third. The throw goes to second, the relay to first, and a 5-4-3 twin killing is going to leave the Cubs with 2 outs and nobody on. Danny Santana is now the batter. He's going to bat from the right side against the lefty Zamora with 2 outs, nobody on in the top of the 7th inning. Here's a 2-1 pitch to Danny Santana. And that's grounded toward third once again. This time the throw is going to go directly to first, and Santana is retired for out number 3. So we're going to the bottom of the 7th inning. It is a 4-3 Mets lead. Trevor Rosenthal is going to be the next pitcher for the Cubs. He is going to face the top of the Mets lineup here in the bottom of the 7th inning. 1 ball count, Rosenthal working. Looking for the sign, and here is the pitch. Lined into center field, Bradley on the run, makes the catch for out number 1. Nimmo now the batter. With 1 out, nobody on. Here's a 2-2 count, and the pitch from Rosenthal. And a swing and a miss for strike 3. Circle change right there. Fooled him badly as he swung right over that one. Conforto now the batter with 2 outs and nobody on. Here's an 0-2 pitch to Mike Conforto. Rosenthal working. Popped up to left. Heading over is Jay Bruce. He gets under it as that ball hangs up in the air forever. Bruce hauls it in for out number 3. We're going to the top of the 8th inning. The Mets are ahead 4-3. Zamora will face Jackie Bradley here in the top of the 8th inning. Bradley waiting for the full count pitch. And that is up and in for ball 4. So Bradley draws the walk. He is the tying run. And now the Mets are going to bring in a new reliever. This is Robert Gesselman. He has thrown 59 1/3 innings, allowed 31 walks, 44 strikeouts, and a 4.10 ERA. Ramos will face Gesselman with the tying run on first, nobody out in the top of the 8th inning. Here's a 1-1 count, and Ramos is waiting for the pitch. Gesselman looking for the sign. Here it comes. Lined into center field. Oh no, caught by the shortstop. A leaping catch. Man, that looked like a surefire single. And Rosario leaps up to grab it. So Jason Heyward now is the batter. He's 2 for 3 with a home run on the day. He comes up against Gesselman with the tying run on first and 1 out. Here's a 1-2 pitch to Jason Heyward. Here it comes. That is strike 3 called, a changeup, and he dropped right into the zone. So Nico Hoerner now is the batter. 2 outs, runner still on first. Here's a 2-2 pitch to Nico Hoerner. And that is strike 3 called, and Hoerner is retired to end the inning. The Cubs strand a runner. We're going to the bottom of the 8th of a 4-3 ball game. Rosenthal coming out for his second inning of work. Going to work against Pete Alonso here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Here's a 1-1 count. And the pitch from Rosenthal. And that's grounded toward third. Bryant picks it up, throws over to first, and that is out number 1. Pete Alonso is not very quick, so Bryant had all kinds of time to make that throw. It brings up Dominic Smith. 1 out, nobody on base. 1-2 count from Rosenthal. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. And Dominic Smith is retired for out number 2. Second strikeout also recorded by Rosenthal brings up J.D. Davis. He is 0 for 2 with an RBI in this game. 2 outs, 1-1 count, nobody on base. Rosenthal working. And that's popped up on the infield. Bryant calls off Hoerner, and he makes the catch for out number 3. So the Mets retired in order in the 8th. We go to the top of the 9th of a 4-3 ball game. Mike Tauchman, the lefty, is going to be brought up to pinch hit to the pitcher's spot, leading off the top of the 9th inning. He will face Gesselman, who's coming out for his second inning of work here in the top of the 9th. First pitch to Mike Tauchman. Gesselman with the pitch, and that's lined into right field. That is going to be caught, however, by Conforto for out number 1. Asdrubal Cabrera now is the batter, and he is going to face the Mets closer, Dellin Betances. He comes in with 39 2/3 innings thrown, 29 walks, 58 strikeouts, and a .499 ERA. So Cabrera, the switch hitter, batting from the left side against the righty Betances with 1 out. Cubs down by 1 in the top of the 9th inning. Here's a 1-2 count. Betances working, looking for the sign, and here's the pitch. And that's a swing and a miss for strike 3. He chased one that was outside the zone. So 3 strikeouts on the day for Cabrera. That's the hat trick, and it brings up Jay Bruce. Bruce facing Betances. The Cubs down by 1 with 2 outs in the top of the 9th. Bruce trying to keep the inning alive. Here's a 1-2 count and the pitch, and Bruce swings and misses for strike 3 at a curve. So the Cubs lose this game 4-3. Cubs get 3 runs on 8 hits with 1 error. The Mets get 4 runs on 5 hits with no errors. The player of today's game is Yefry Ramirez. He went 5 2/3 innings, allowed 7 hits, 3 runs, all earned, 3 walks, and 8 strikeouts. Betances gets his 4th save as a Met. Brad Brock gets the win. He goes to 4-1. Clevenger does not factor in the decision. Iglesias is actually credited with the loss as he threw 1 inning and allowed the go-ahead run to score. So the Cubs dropped to 65-70 while the Mets improved to 67-68. Thank you for watching Replacement Player Baseball.